a ball, take a top shift. Call my girls and put them all on a spaceship. Hang one night when young say I'll make you famous. Have you ever seen the stage go?
So here I'm taking Miss Coco hair. This is 613 hair. It looks so pretty. Initial thoughts. I'm going to do a review video later. This is the wig making process. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to start off by putting my dome cap on. I got a new one because my hair is new. So yeah. And I also have my needles already threaded. If you guys don't know how to do that, y'all can go look that up. You also need some T-pins. And now it's time to put on this. So here I'm showing you that your frontal needs to be at least an inch or two above that cap, because if you don't do it above the cap, then your frontal is not going to lay on your forehead. It's going to be somewhere in the back. So yeah, so now I'm pinning the frontal down to the cap with my T-pins. Like I showed you guys earlier, they're a must, the T-pins, but I'm pinning them down flat, and where that back line is, where that strip is that I'm showing you guys, wherever that stops, you pin that part down to the cap. That's your guideline to where you need to sew. So your cap should be in front of that frontal. That frontal should be in front of that cap some. So now I'm going to start sewing, and I'm going to take that thread. I'm using blonde thread as well, guys. If you're doing blonde hair, I suggest you just use all blonde thread. But yeah, I'm gonna braid that so the frontal can be out of our way. If you don't know how to braid, pin it down. Sometimes I still have to pin it after I braid it because the hair is so slick, it be slicking, like moving out of the braid. So yeah, sometimes you still have to pin it. So now that I'm done with the braiding process, this is it. It's ready to get sewn down. And yeah, now we're about to start sewing. And you don't want to sew through that little cap part, that thick band part. You want to make sure that you're only sewing through the cap part, if that makes any sense. You don't want to sew through the elastic. Just sew through the fabric that's on top of the elastic. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and you just want to keep on sewing all the way across. It's basically sewing itself. It's flat to the head. And yeah, guys. Now it's time to sew on these bundles, girl. Let's get it. And yeah, I'm sewing on the bundles. I'm sewing the first bundle close to the frontal, and I'm going to keep on going like that. And the first bundle, I go through the weft. The first initial track that I fold right there, I go through the weft. So yeah, you guys can just keep on watching me sew. And I do the fold over method. I keep on going across and across and across until I get to the very top, and then I start going sideways. You guys see that later on in the video. I'm explaining too early, so let me be quiet and let you guys continue to watch this video. At the end of each weft I fold over when I start the new one. I always go through the weft just to make sure that it's very secure right there, and I continue to sew regular all the way across the strip, and then I go through the weft again. So yeah, I feel like that step is important to make sure that your wig stays nice and tight. Okay, no tracks, no loose tracks, or even if you're making wigs for clients, you don't want to have any loose tracks. So yeah, I recommend you do that every time. And you also see here how I'm hooking the track and that frontal piece where the protection is. I'm hooking that together so that way everything can be close and secure and flat as it can be. So yeah, that's why I do that. It's kind of like sealing it off. So here's where I'm cutting that track, and this is when I'm about to start going sideways as I'm showing you guys right now. So I'm gonna hook that other track to the other one, and I'm going to continue to sew sideways so that way the top can be really flat. Okay, you don't want to keep on going the other way and you're gonna have bumps and ridges like when you put your frontal back. So yeah, you don't want that. You want it to be as flat as possible. And I'm also showing you guys how I seal that part, close that part off between the track and the frontal. I sew them together, and yeah. So now guys, the wig is almost done. We have our wig constructed. Now it's time to cut the cap from under the wig. And let me tell you what we're gonna do with this cap, you guys. We're gonna take this cap and we're gonna cut the extra stuff off the cap that we're cutting from under the wig right now. That's excess. You don't need that. You absolutely need to cut it and put some kind of cap under your wig so they can show through the lace. And yeah, so now we're gonna cut that excess off the cap and we're gonna use the elastic band as our elastic band today. This is not a necessary step if you don't want to, because I'm still gonna glue it down even though I'm putting a band in. So yeah, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway how to put the band in. I like to put it up kind of like where the cap was, but just smaller, and I like to sew it onto the frontal part. I hope you guys understand what I said. I said I'm sewing it where my ear would be onto the frontal part, and I'm going to sew it on the other side, and I'm also going to measure. I already measured my head to the band. It's your preference to how tight you want it. I mean, I think you should try it and see. You can, if you put too much, you can always go back and cut more off. So yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry, and my band be too short and I have nothing left to do. I have to go back to the store and buy more band. So just to make sure that it's not too tight for you, you know, be careful. So guys, this is the wig. Of course, it's not complete and you have to tune into the other series to check it out. Just wait and watch what's next. I think it's the customizing process and then coloring. I'll probably add that all in one video. And yeah guys, the next and last step would be me applying it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and